What's up, everybody? Ben Razzie here for OddsChecker, bringing you all things college basketball Thursday, January 12th, in the sports world, in the college basketball world. A ton of games. Sometimes when we do this video, we don't have that many games to choose from. That is not the case tonight. I'm going to show you how many games we got going on, pick some of our favorites, and build out a card. Hopefully cash some tickets. If you're checking us out for the first time, whether it's college basketball to the NFL to the NBA, we got you covered. All things betting, free content on this very channel. We're about to hit 50,000 subs because of you guys. Can't appreciate this sport anymore. But if you're not part of the team and you want to, hit that like button and subscribe. Let's dive into these plays. Also going to talk about the bet 5 to win 200. Don't worry. But here we go. I'm going to bring it up on my screen here. I'll do the scroll very quickly. I look at all these games. I mean, come on now. I'm not even going to go the whole way. Just a ton of opportunities tonight. Why not put the Penguins on the board? And what I mean by the Penguins, Youngstown State, the Penguins, 156.5 total. They take on Detroit Mercy in a interesting little game here. Teams we don't see a ton of, and I know it's trappy. When you go on the road, it's never easy. When you're the better team and you go on the road and you're in like a pseudo pick'em, it's always tough. But Youngstown State's a good team. They're 12-5. They've won 5 of 6. They've gone on the road and beat teams. They beat Wright State. They beat Central Michigan. They've gone on the road and beat teams. 85 points per game, elite scoring, elite tempo, nearly 40% from 3. This is a sharpshooting team. This is a team you don't want to be messing around with. 4 guys in double figures. Some of that's tempo-based. They can really score, though. Detroit Mercy is 6-11. They've lost 3 straight. Antoine Davis is an extreme superstar, 25 points per game, one of the best scorers in the country, one of the best players that I think a lot of people don't know about in the country. The problem for Detroit Mercy, stylistically, they do not play defense. They simply do not play defense. They're outside the top 300 in so many key defensive metrics. I don't know what they do to stop Youngstown State. Now, maybe they get into a back and forth, and that's fine, but that's how Youngstown State wants to play. When I look at this, they're simply going to score, and I think they will score enough. Davis will do his part. Detroit Mercy will do their part. -1 at -115. Sign me up for Youngstown State to get this video started. I like them. I think they'd simply win the game due to their offense and their tempo. So we're going to put that on the board and build out the card starting with Youngstown State. Now, I got a couple more plays for you, but in addition to that, let's talk about how you can build the bankroll over at DraftKings if you're a new user. You haven't been over there. Link in the description of this video. What you do, you go down there, you click it, you follow those instructions. It takes a couple minutes. Put in your info. You put in your $5 and you bet. Why not Youngstown State? Because win or lose, 5 into 200. It's that simple. That's what they do. It's, again, an offer that won't be here forever. But if you are a new user, take 5, you bet it on a game, converts to 200. There you go. Youngstown State would be my suggestion. You bet anything you want, including, as we scroll, I know there's a ton of games. Again, I'm going to talk about Discord. We'll have plenty more plays. I got a couple late night action, starting with the Trojans, USC, a pretty big game out there, out west. -3.5, again, another -115. Some of these spreads are going to move. You're going to want to lock these in. Again, you're laying a little extra juice, but I like these numbers quite a bit. This is just simply a get-right spot, I think I could call it. We'll start with Colorado. Colorado, solid squad, little all over the place, 11-6, 3-3 in the conference, 75 points per game, 32% from 3. None of this really stands out. They've got a top-end guard in Simpson, 18-4-4 on the year. Really good. They've won 7 of 8. Very impressive. But when we dig in, I wasn't nearly as impressed as it looks on paper. 6 of those games were at home. The road loss was to Cal. The other road game was to Stanford. They beat Oregon and Oregon State and a bunch of nobodies. I mean, Colorado State's all right, but just not a great resume there. Now, they beat Tennessee early in the year. That's outstanding, but I don't know how much that means right now. This team can't shoot free throws. They're defensive-minded. I'll give them that. But Colorado, to me, is certainly an exploitable team. And then I look at USC. Good team. 11-5. They've lost 2 straight. On the road at Washington State, on the road at UCLA. Now they're back home. Like all teams, they want to be at home. Again, and this is where it's a get-right spot. I like to target good teams that are coming off a couple road games in a row, some losses. Now they get home. 31% from 3, 71 points per game. None of that, again, stands out. Pair of guards, very impressive. Boogie Ellis and Peterson, 13 and 15 points per game. They're going to control in the backcourt. They can mitigate Simpson. Colorado's been there. They've done that. They've played some good teams. But when I look at their resume, particularly on the road and in conference, I haven't seen much of anything just yet. And this speaks to me more about USC when I bet a lot of games. It's not that both teams have to be perfect. If one team I'm neutral on and the other team I think is in a buy low, that's a spot I'm willing to attack. And that's how I feel here. I have nothing bad to say against Colorado. I just think that they're in a pretty tough spot. Again, they have an inflated record lately just because of level of competition and a lot of home games against a desperate USC team coming home after a couple tough losses, including to a rival. I expect a really good effort out of USC tonight at 3.5 minus 115. I am very comfortable with that number. I'm going to put my second bet on the board, USC minus 3.5 in this spot. I got one more for you, but if you want to be part of Discord, probably have a lot more for you because there are so many games that we want to dig into. There are so many opportunities. I'm just going to pull it up right here. This is what it looks like. We have all these channels for all our people, all our content people. Then we've got channels where we're just dropping picks for you guys, all sorts of sports throughout the day. It's a ton of fun. Then we sweat the games together, some live betting. Again, there's no secret sauce in here. It's just a good community with good people. And the best part about it, it's 100% free for the first week. So you can just come in for the week without even thinking. You join, you see what it's about. Simple as that. Like, it doesn't get much better than that. So take advantage of what we've got going on there in Discord. Again, link in the description of this video. Good time and a community that I think you will enjoy. Now, one final pick. Late night, I almost bet Tennessee State. Just give people kind of a stream of consciousness. The Zags, BYU. Over 151.5. Originally, I was looking to bet Gonzaga in this spot because I do think they're playing much better basketball. They're starting to not turn the corner. It wasn't that bad, but they did suffer some losses early in the season, and I think they've kind of got right. Offensively, they've always been incredibly dangerous. And when I look at this, I don't know how BYU is going to be able to stop them because nobody really can stop them. But let's start with BYU. They're an impressive team themselves. They're 13-6. They'll be ready tonight. They won 8 of 9. They're holding teams, defensively. They're a strong unit, 60, 65, stuff like that. But when I dug in, level of competition correlated super aggressively to how many points they allowed. And it's not just in losses either. Some of these were wins, but they allowed 82 to San Diego State, 82 to USC, 75 to Butler, 75 to Dayton, 80 to Creighton. Those are basically the best teams that they played on the schedule. All of those 75, 80s, whereas the bad teams that they played, they're holding them to 60. Obviously, Gonzaga is in that top tier class. They average 86 points per game themselves. Timmy is unstoppable. 9 straight wins. Tempo-wise, this is where I think it goes over. BYU, even though they're sound defensively, they'll play fast. They don't mind doing that. And obviously, Gonzaga wants to play fast. Offensively, too strong. To me, Gonzaga is going to hang 80+. If they do that, you're asking BYU to hang 70+. I think they can stay in the game to that extent. I'm going to call for the Zags to have a good offensive output, even against a strong defense on the road. They're battle-tested. They've got too many weapons. They will open the game up. The tempo will dictate. Over 151.5 for my final bet here. Oddchopper.com. Shop the line. Looks good. Minus 110. Looks good. Third play on the card. Looks good. There we have it. Youngstown State -1. USC -3.5. And the over. 151 in Gonzaga and BYU. Again, it's quick. Go to the link in the description of these videos. Check out what we got going on. I know I don't have time to explain or talk about everything. A lot of fun deals, a lot of ways to take money and make more money in addition to hopefully cash in these tickets. Last thing, and maybe the most important, just thanks. Thanks for tuning in. I love college basketball. Love doing these videos. It's because of you guys that we're able to do it. So appreciate all the support. Hopefully you're cashing tickets tonight. Do it again tomorrow. So for me, for everyone here at OddsChecker, good luck. Enjoy the day, and I will talk to you guys soon.